Hey, Stewart Chapel, this is Don Pierson, and this is Tuesday, February the 8th, devotion. And yesterday, or actually, I don't even remember when, we started our discussion on the broken wolves. And I'm really following my notes that I've taken from Joe Carter, where he talks about three reasons. Now, I've added a fourth reason, all right? Three reasons why broken wolves are of great danger to me, to you, and to God's flock. And I also have shared that I'm probably more vulnerable to this type of wolf than any other type. Um, I mean, as Christians, we are taught not to be suspicious of broken people. In fact, we are taught as Christians to literally to run and to embrace broken people, to be instruments of healing and grace. So we are drawn to the weak, to the hurting, and to the broken. But the same thing in that still requires discernment. I need to have discernment. And I'm telling you from my own personal experience, this is the wolf that almost always ends up devouring me. Because I seem to have a tendency to rush in, to rescue. You see, let's talk about the first one. And that's probably as far as we're going to get today. These broken wolves, they're authentic. In other words, they really have been broken. They're really broken people. Someone, something. Not always in God's church. Not always a Christian just in the world. Sometimes from their family. Sometimes from their parents. Someone from someone else. But they really have been hurt. They really have been broken. Their pain is authentic. It's real. And there lies in the danger, their experience. Their experience has not been good. And so that experience becomes their glasses. That experience becomes their foundation. It's that which they use to interpret life, decisions, whether it be about trusting or not trusting. It colors their interpretation of Scripture. It causes them to rationalize their behavior and to accept behavior that comes out of it. You see, have a tendency, not all of them. Don't hear me saying that they're all. And I've already said that in yesterday's devotion. Not all broken people are wolves. And some are broken sheep. But broken sheep run closer to the shepherd. Broken wolves run closer to the world, to the flesh, to the enemy. But see what happens when their experience becomes their means of interpreting Scripture and life and everything else. They basically become the new Gnostic. They now have a secret knowledge, a secret understanding. And it's hard to argue with them because they see more clearly because of their experience. And that can tendency to be very dangerous. I think that's what's going on in James chapter 4, verses 1 and following. Where do wars and fights come from among you? Do they not come from your desires for pleasure that war in your members? You lust, do not have. You murder, covenant, and cannot obtain. You fight and war, yet you do not have, because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive, because you ask amiss, that you may spend it on your pleasures. adulterers and adulterers. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Whoever therefore wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. More to come tomorrow. Love you.